So Instagram just announced that they're gonna remove likes from displaying on the accounts. And is this a good thing or is this a bad thing? This is what we're gonna discuss in this video. Hey there, my name is Anand and I own a content marketing agency called VidGrowth, where we help entrepreneurs and small business owners grow their businesses faster with the right content. Now, when it comes to Instagram, I've always had like a love-hate relationship with that platform, and I've been using Instagram for more than 5 years now. Initially, I was not a big fan of Instagram because it was primarily just a way of people posting pictures, and I was never into pictures in terms of content, whether it's content creation or content consumption, but people clearly do like that as a form of communication. But ever since most platforms are going towards video, whether you look at Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, LinkedIn, YouTube, and even IGTV, right? All platforms are pushing hard towards video because video is the most way of communication at a large scale, and it also helps you build your brand the fastest. So even though Instagram is an excellent platform for publishing content, especially video content these days, right? Because you can live stream videos, you can post them on your stories, all that, it's great. But at the same time, as a content creator, I found that I don't really consume a lot of in Instagram content, meaning I don't tend to scroll down my feed. I rarely watch any stories, so I'm good on that end because let's face it, just people are just mindlessly consuming information for no reason at all other than they're just bored, right? Just cutting down on your social media use is a great thing for most people, in my opinion. And what I mean by that is social media consumption. Now, if you're a content producer or content creator, then it's a different story. Now, in my experience, when I used to publish a lot of content every single day, there was a point where I was even publishing like 3 posts a day on Instagram when I was just getting started. But the problem with that is, you get so caught up in the numbers, especially, it's like you're seeking people's validation. And this is not a good mindset to have in general, because then you rely on their validation for your happiness. And also what happens is when you get likes or comments or stuff like that, and you're getting validated, your body is producing more dopamine, and then you kind of get hooked onto that dopamine. So you're always seeking that dopamine high. And this is the problem with social media. The interesting thing is, if Instagram starts removing likes, or at least the display of likes on your profile, then this might mitigate that a little bit. Also, it's gonna help even out the playing field. Just like when you consume content on, let's say, a platform like Netflix doesn't show you things like how many likes or dislikes you got. They do have a rating or a like dislike bar, but it's not so much about those vanity metrics, right? These are all vanity metrics. They don't really mean anything, because let's say if you are producing content for your business, it doesn't matter how many likes or comments you got if you don't actually use that content, or that content doesn't help you build your business. So it's so easy to get caught up in these vanity metrics. So I think this is definitely a step in a good direction. The other benefit of doing so is that it's gonna enable more creativity, especially from smaller accounts. Because here's the thing, there's so many people who create content just so that they can get the likes, and then whenever they publish content that doesn't get a lot of likes, then they feel discouraged. And even though that content is actually good, or is something they deep down inside want to make, maybe it's part of their creative process as a creator, but they don't produce that content because they don't think that they'll get enough likes on it. So that by itself limits creativity. And these are supposed to be creative platforms. If people find that there's a certain formula that's gonna get all these likes, then they just gonna keep producing content that's only gonna get them likes, and not actually focusing on things like, what do I want to produce, or what do I think my audience is going to like. So that's definitely a step in the right direction. Now, the other benefit is that when it comes to likes, it's usually people, especially when they're trying to do brand deals on Instagram, and they're trying to attract potential advertisers or sponsors for them, then these sponsors typically do look at your engagement, right? Because it's very easy to get all these fake followers, and you can easily tell by, there's some profiles where they have, let's say, 50,000 followers, but then they hardly even get like 50-60 likes on their profile. So that's also something that advertisers and brands look out for, in terms of, are these people buying fake followers, and is it worth investing or advertising or sending them some products or doing some brand deals with them. When the likes are removed, this is going to be a tricky situation, because your brands will also have a hard time determining if your content is actually good and if you actually have real followers or not. I think they'll have to rely on things like your comments, which is a better form of engagement than just likes, because it's very easy to like someone's post, it's very easy to get fake likes, but it's harder to get fake comments. Even if you use bots or if you're outsourcing or anything like that, you can typically tell if these are like very generic comments or not. So I think all in all, it's going to be better for brands as well, in terms of really skimming through and finding the profiles where the people actually engage. They actually leave meaningful comments. So that's also something that I think overall it's positive. So all in all, who knows how effective all of this is going to be. I think overall it's a very positive thing. It's going to remove people from always seeking validation from others and having their identity tied up in these vanity metrics. It's also gonna help people get more creative. Even the smaller channels or smaller Instagram pages are gonna have the opportunity to put out the best content without worrying about if this content will get likes or not. So that's gonna encourage more diverse content creation. And for brands and advertisers, I think it's gonna be a better gauge of whether this person's followers are legit or not, and whether you should invest in them in terms of advertising or doing brand deals with them. So let me know in the comment section down below what you think about this. Should Instagram remove likes? Are you a fan of them removing likes, or do you think they should keep the likes on the profile? Let me know in the comment section down below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.